a lot of steps backward. Because you know what? For instance, Lagos State. Lagos State already now has a template he's working with. There's no any governor that comes into the seat of Lagos State governor who doesn't know at present that there are certain standards that we run with as a party in the state. One of them is infrastructure. Another is health concern. Another is education. So there's no way. And you can see over the years, that is why it's not anything fantastic when you see a Fashola come into the seat of power and begin to construct. Because there's a template of ground that's been put there on how things will run. And you see, interestingly, that has cascaded down to local government also. Because there's an expected output that each local government is supposed to bring to the table when it comes to development. If it's not happening, then the person on top of that local government needs to be put to question. So, in the same vein, that is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now doing. The same thing he did for Lagos State by making sure he has a very good plan that will be built on. That's what he's doing at national level now. Because before now, the federal government is known to have a president that will look at our problem as a wound, check out the plaster, open the plaster, and replace the plaster and plaster it back. Successive government, successive administration, that is what they've been doing.
Honorable, talking about setback, the People's Democratic Party also believed there was a setback when your party assumed office in 2015. You know, they've been in charge at the national level. Are you saying your achievements so far, your party's achievement, has surpassed what the PDP has done?
The reason why I will say categorically that the current achievement surpasses what has been happening over the years is because what they were doing were cosmetic. What they were doing about infrastructures, what they were doing about the economy, what they were doing about security were cosmetics. They will just check the wound of the country, remove the flower. You know what they say when they say nurses want to dress you up, when they want to dress a wound. But when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu got there, he said, no, I'm not doing that.
But the common man on the street will tell you today that there's so much hardship in the country.
It's because the man is not changing plaster. He's doing surgery. He's not washing the face of the wound. He's not dressing it. He's doing surgery. It is the real surgery when the man, stand up to say that it's removing subsidy. It's strenuous. It's strenuous. The Yorubas will say, that is a very, very strenuous.
But that should not take too much period. People are crying in Nigeria.
That is the way it will be. We need to sacrifice. We are going to give it. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not working for the 4 or 8 years he's going to use in office. He's working for future generation. He's working for the Nigeria of tomorrow, which other past leaders does not have the courage to do. It's about courage. What would people say if I take off the subsidy? What will they say if I cancel the double forest application? But he doesn't care because he's looking at the future. He has refused to do cosmetic administration. He's doing surgery.
As a politician, sir.
Yes, sir.
How do you respond to the grudge of the people that politicians hardly fulfill promises, most especially during the election?
See, when you say politicians hardly fulfill promises, it is general. That's a general statement. When you say something about a politician, it is not about the word politics. It's about the person.
Okay?
It's about the person.
So we're looking at integrity.
The man we're talking about somebody who has delivered before. That is what we are talking about. If you go to the market to buy wares, and the wares that you have bought maybe last year, you find out that it's of low quality. Are you going to go to the same store to buy? That's what we are talking about, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is a man who has fixed Lagos, and Lagos has got to the level he has got it to. So we know that this man is already fixing Nigeria. All we need is give him the opportunity, give him the mandate once more, so that we will get the expected.
They will say to whom much is given, much more is also expected.
Certainly.
Realistically, what do you think Nigerians should expect from your party in the coming years?
The coming years, I'm assuring you that gradually the man called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is already gradually working on the economy, prosperity of the country. Is already working on infrastructural development of the country. Is going to finally focus on security. Not that alone. He's also working to see that balancing the federal structure comes to fulfillment. And you see, I tell you this for free. I never knew President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We go all out to start a structuring program in his first term. A lot of political analysts said he won't have the gut to do it because of his second term. So that people will vote for him. But this man is not somebody who is sentimental when he's addressing issues, particularly issues that has to do with the that concerns the future of the country.
But sir, the issue of insecurity is something that Nigerians are passionately concerned about. They are expecting so much in that regard. We can hardly go to bed with our two eyes closed.
Yes.
You want to travel from a state to another, there's fear everywhere. So don't you think this is a dent or a minus factor to his administration?
Mr. Shego, the issue of security is a complex one. And you see, anybody that's going to be successful in that area, we have to be strategic, because there are other elements of the development of the country that are involved. One of such elements, I give it to you, is restructuring. How do I mean? Do you observe the serious influx of northerners, particularly from Niger, Chad, Mali, into the country? Do you see the way these people are mixing up with the Fulanis? I bet you, with you, sir, by the time President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is done with restructuring, everybody will take charge of his region, particularly the state police, such that when any truck, any trailer is coming with truck loaded with foreigners, we at our own region, we at our own level will be able to stop and put regulation in place on whether those people can come in or not. That is where the man is going. Security is not one element issue that can be tackled. There are so many other elements that are attached to it that needed to be treated in order to reach an expected end on security. And all of this will take time. The man is really, really working. We just need a little more time.
All right, sir. Let me quickly take this message that came in from Kayode Muyiwa of Muyi. I think he's a resident of the local government. And with the fact that you have said the council boss is doing wonderfully well. So he's calling your attention to Ola Street in Obawole. He said that they have still not had Ola Street. The surrounding roads have been tarred. I think it's a matter of isolation there. And I can also attest to that. Because Ola Street, I recall some years back, a lot of criminal activities usually go on in that street.
If we were supposed to be live online, I would have loved to ask if that last street acts a drainage. Because that's the first thing for every construction. There must be drainage. I'll give you an example. Behind the Indicate Market, there's a particular place where the street, all the landlords, they joined hands together. They've put drainage in the front of their houses. So it was easy for government to get in there and start construction. Because if a place is not, does not have drainage, that same construction, bitumen is not a friend of water. So if water is lodged on bitumen after tarring, that tarred road will get spoiled easily. So maybe that is what is the situation out there. But however, I will note this and